Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. Welcome to my first video of 2025. And as promised, I'm not holding it off months later like I did the past few videos. I'm going to be talking about the movies I have seen in 2024. Now, this is like appropriate timing because a lot of people by now have made videos talking about their favorite and least favorite movies of the year. But since the COVID-19 pandemic, I've been doing something different. Before I made videos talking about my favorite movies of a specific year, but since 2020, I've been talking about movies that I've seen in like this year. You know, to give you guys an idea of what I've seen this year, because like since I moved here this past summer in my own house, I'm not living with mom or anything, just myself. I've been trying to go to the movies more often, even though there's certain movies I want to see and some that I want to see but don't come out to my nearby theater. So I just see some that I'm interested in or something like that. Like you're not going to hear like a whole ton of movies on the list this time around. Probably a handful. I would say like probably more than 10 at the most. I'm not sure. And I'm going to be talking briefly about my thoughts on these specific films that came out in 2024. Like I said, it's not a whole lot, but hopefully this year I can make a huge accomplishment. Maybe probably see more movies this year, but we'll have to see. So anyway, going through my usual list here to look at the films that came out in 2024, and yeah, let's get on with it. And hopefully I don't miss any, because last time I almost missed one. Just have to scroll through very slowly. Now, I didn't see these in specific order. I'm just going through like from January, December of 2024 they came out that I see on here. Now, the first one here, Mean Girls, the musical version, reboot, something like that. I did a review on it. It was fine. My mind keeps going back to the original Mean Girls, which was one of my favorite movies of all time. The musical is just pretty Gen Z-ish and stuff. I don't know if the actual musical was like that, but I wonder if it was, but I don't know. It just, I like the original one better. The musical one's fine, but I would say even if you don't like musicals, I wouldn't recommend the Mean Girls musical one. I don't know. It's just the same story and stuff, and a lot of lines were like repeats and stuff like that, which I'm sure the musical probably was as well. But I don't know. That's pretty much how I feel about that. Lisa Frankenstein. I watched this on Peacock in 2024. It was an okay one. Zelda Williams, Ron Williams' daughter, directed this, and I thought it was a pretty decent attempt. This movie may not be for everybody, and it's kind of not my thing, but I think this is the first film she's directed. I might be wrong, but Lisa Frankenstein I thought was kind of a fun movie. I think it's rated R though, so, but still fine, I guess. Nothing great, but it wasn't horrible, at least in my opinion. And going through the list, make sure I'm still recording. Let's see that. Make sure I didn't miss any. I was going through the list before I realized there was one that wasn't included, which I'll get to later. Now, there aren't that many movies I saw that were really horrible, but I think this one, it's not like, by the quality you can say it's horrible, but it's probably the cheapest movie on the list. It's like a Peacock exclusive movie, Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate. Now, I've seen the first Megamind a long time ago. In fact, I watched it right after watching the sequel, and yes, I watched all the episodes of the show that came shortly afterward. I was never a huge fan of the first Megamind, but after watching the sequel and the show, like those cheap stuff, I think the first one was actually pretty good compared to the second one. I mean, the Doom Syndicate one, none of the cast members came back from what I can tell, and I don't know why they decided to wait almost a decade and a half or so to put out another Megamind movie. I felt like people had forgotten about that. But it was just cheap, cheesy, childish. The animation was cheap. Same thing with the TV show. They're both on Peacock, so yeah, that's all I have to say on that. This one's my favorite movie of the year, and I'm sure no one has seen this. And I hope I pronounced this properly. It's called Cabrini. This came out from Angel Studios. If you're familiar with the Chosen series, you're probably aware of that company. And it's a great film. I saw this one in theaters, and I try to remember what it's even about. It's about this woman who's a nun who came from France, I believe. So she's a French nun. I think it's a French nun. Again, I'm forgetting. and this takes place in the early, like in the late 19th century in New York City, it's just basically just talking about the life of Francesca Cabrini. That's the character's name. That's the person's name. It's based on an actual person. It's like one of those like history pieces, but like it might be boring for some people, but I actually found it very interesting. I looked at the trailer and was like, I might be interested in something like that because my mom was asking me about it because she watches The Chosen. I still gotta watch that show, but Cabrini, definitely, if you like biological history pieces and stuff like that, and it's Catholic, Italian, French nun, I think. Yes, it's Italian. It's Italian. I'm sorry, but watch the trailer to Cabrini. Definitely watch it. I really think it's my favorite movie of 2024. Not that many people have talked about it, but definitely watch it. It doesn't deserve to go under the radar. I really love that one. And I can't believe none of the stores around here have been carrying it, so I gotta get it off online, like everything else nowadays, right? Arthur the King, starring Mark Wahlberg. It was fine. I wouldn't say it's one of those movies I would look back and watch again. I don't know if anyone's seen this one. It's another one that's based on a true story. It's fine, I guess. Not one of my favorite Mark Wahlberg movies. While it's not bad, I don't know. It's fine. Another one I think is just fine, fun, entertainment, and for a remake, to be completely something different from the original. Well, nothing great. I thought was kind of fun. Something I would like. I actually watched twice. Although I would say it's not perfect at all. It's the remake of Roadhouse, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. This is one that Prime put out on the streaming platform, and I thought it was a fun movie. I did like the original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. I can't figure out which one I like better because I haven't watched the original in a long time, but that one was kind of entertaining. I like Jake Gyllenhaal and everything. It doesn't have to be a scene by scene or shot by shot remake. It has to be something different, as long as like I can believe like it's a Roadhouse movie. And from what I can remember from the remake, it takes place at a bar like in Florida or something, like somewhere different. So it's not perfect overall. There's some like shaky shots and stuff like that, and some weak action, but it was fine. I don't know what's going on out there. And we're going to April and June. Now we're going to summer movies. A lot of movies I missed out that came out. If you heard the noise, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. We got snow here and everything. I don't know what to do about that. So just don't be alarmed. It's just I live in the downtown city area, so that's pretty much what you expect. Just construction trucks and everything. If is one that I just watched recently. When I saw the trailer to it, I actually saw the trailer when I went to see Cabrini. Like the trailer was included with it, and honestly, it looked really weird. And then and the movie came out. I guess it didn't do well or something. I didn't hear many people talk about it, so I watched it on Prime just recently, and I like the story behind it, actually, but it's not executed very well. And I didn't think it was that funny either. It just, I don't know, like the trailer didn't definitely show the actual truth behind it. If is just stands for imaginary friends. You know, if you've seen the trailer, you know what I mean. I like to know your thoughts on If, because I didn't love it though. Like I didn't think it was weird after watching it, but I don't know. There was some issues with the pacing of the story and everything. I mean, like I said, I love the story to it, but it wasn't executed as great as it should be. The Garfield movie, the animated one by Columbia, thought was another fun movie. Again, not perfect, but I thought it was a fun movie. The Garfield I come to think of as the original Garfield and Friends show from the 90s, I believe. Well, that came out slightly before my time, but I did watch it on TV. It was in syndication and stuff like that. But the Garfield movie, fun for kids. I would show it to a kid. Than the live action ones though. Okay, now. Inside Out 2, which is Pixar movie that came out in 2024. Now this is going to be a controversial opinion of mine. I didn't think it was great. I love the first one so much. The second one, I don't know. I give them credit for doing something different, like they made Riley older, but I don't know why. I just felt like the first one was more emotional, powerful. Like when Riley is younger, developing these emotions for the first time, like it was more powerful, was more emotional, and it was great. But the second one, I didn't think had that same feeling. I don't know why. Maybe if I was a sports person, like a really sports person, if I was around Riley's age when she was in this movie, like 13 years old, I believe, I probably could relate a little bit more to it, but I don't know. Inside 2, I didn't think it was bad, I just didn't think it was great, and that one was kind of disappointing to me. Sorry, guys. I'm glad it made a lot of money, but I just did not love it. And I didn't get to see that one in theaters because I was busy with the move at the time, and maybe it's a good thing I didn't go see it in theaters, so I would have walked out disappointed. Like another one I'm going to talk about soon. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of some movies I missed out on, like I said, I was very busy at the time. Despicable Me 4, I didn't get to see that one in theaters either, but I watched it on Peacock. I know people are getting sick of the Despicable Me movies, but this one, it's not bad. It's not the greatest one in the bunch, but I think Despicable Me 4 was not bad at all. It was pretty funny and stuff like that, as long as you get the original cast in, of course. So I don't know. I'm not tired of these Despicable Me movies yet. I haven't found one that I've really disliked. The Minions one back in the day, the first Minions movie, I kind of decided not to like it over time, but the other ones I didn't mind. Despicable Me 4 I didn't mind either. Okay. National Anthem, Little Spy, no, I didn't see that. Didn't see that either. Yeah, some of those movies I just choose to watch on streaming or just haven't gotten around to them. This one, no one talked about. It's called Dee Dee. It's the movie by Focus Features. I discovered this on Peacock this past fall, and I never even heard of it, but I saw ads for it. It's like a coming of age story about this this boy who's I think it's Chinese, I think. I'll put up the poster and you'll see, but it wasn't, I didn't necessarily love it, but I thought it was kind of interesting and a pretty decent one you should check out. I don't know if it's still on Peacock, but it's worth watching, called Dee Dee. Yeah, that's how I pronounced that. Harold and the Purple Crayon, I saw that in theaters, and it was, I never read the book or saw the cartoon, so I went into this movie not knowing much about it, but it was a fine kids movie, but at the same time, it's kind of like how I felt about some of the kids films on the list. Like a few things I mentioned, being a little silly, like Megamind too. It was I don't know, the humor sometimes wasn't that funny and stuff like that. It was just strange and everything. I don't know. I don't think I would recommend Harold and the Purple Crayon, especially if you grew up reading the book or seeing the cartoon. I don't know, just stick with those. But I can see a kid not familiar with it liking this movie though, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of, this is the time, I'm going into August and September, this is the time when I was like looking at certain movies that are coming out to theaters I want to see. The Killer, which is another Peacock exclusive movie, who directed this? John Woo, just a standardized action movie, nothing special, just The Killer. I don't know if any of you have heard of it though. I just find some random things to watch on Peacock, and that's it. Let's see. Didn't see that one. Now in September, I didn't go to the movies this September, so there's a lot of ones I didn't see. Yeah, but hopefully I made enough to make it a video like more than 5 minutes. Saturday night. Now this one I had to pay out, like watch it on video on demand, and I paid the $20 rental, and it was worth it. It didn't come to theaters near me, so I had to watch it that way. And I really liked that one. It's actually based on a true story. On the first showing of the first episode of Saturday Night Live, like the first showing. And as somebody who does like a public access show like almost every week, I can kind of relate to that. Not to that extension though. It's just only one person and probably a 1 to 2 person crew. Not like what they have in this movie. But yeah, yeah, I really enjoy Saturday Night a lot. You know, I really enjoyed it a lot though. As an old school Saturday Night Live fan, I really enjoyed it. So let's make sure I'm recording and everything. Halfway done though. October and December is where it gets not super busy, but saw a lot of films. A handful of them. I'll see that. As you can tell, there was never a lot of movies I saw in 2024. Hope to make a change though. But I know I'll see these movies down the line later, but I don't want this video to be extremely late this year. Now this is the one I walked out of the theater disappointed, slightly. Venom: The Last Dance. I like the other Venom movies. They were really guilty pleasure films and stuff like that. Like, I talked about them in the videos. I talked about the Venom movies and stuff. Venom: The Last Dance, they made some weird choices with it, and it's my least favorite of the Venom series. And no, I did not see Madam Web nor Kraven the Hunter, so don't worry, I won't mention those. Yeah, Venom: The Last Dance was the only one of those movies I've seen. So I'm not surprised that they're going to discontinue that. Beyond the Spider-Verse, though, please get on that. Okay. I didn't see that. There's another movie that was on the list. I'll mention at the end, though. I was looking through. I was like, where's that film? I didn't see it. Red One. This is the one that came out to theaters and then was put on Prime. This is the one with Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans, that Christmas movie. It was mostly a mess, though. I wouldn't say it's worth watching. It just, if you want to waste your time watching something, and it didn't deserve to be that long. It's close to 2 hours. I don't know. If any of you seen Red One, let me know what you think of it. So, it just was a mess, though. I like Dwayne Johnson, but it wasn't one of his best. Did I see that one? No, not that one. No. Oh, this one, Dwayne Johnson. This is his best work I've seen this year. Can I get a chee-hoo? Moana 2. I loved Moana 2. I thought it was as good as the first one. I really enjoyed Moana 2 a lot. So, yeah, probably another controversial opinion, but I enjoyed Moana 2 a lot. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things from Disney that, a handful of things I like from them. Well, Moana 2 was the one I loved. Is there more? Did I miss any? Now this one, another Disney one. These are the ones that like Moana 2 and this one, they not surprised me, I actually ended up loving them. Another controversial opinion. I don't care. As a fangirl, I have to like it. But I would be very honest with you if I didn't like it or anything. Mufasa the Lion King, like, if you did not like the live-action Lion King remake, this is the best Lion King live-action movie to see. I really enjoyed the story and everything, and it came close to being my #1 favorite movie of the year. But Capri's probably the best one because it's mostly, like, well, it's based on a true story and everything, but it was done so well. Mufasa the Lion King is a prequel, and you kind of see where some stuff is going and everything. But I really enjoyed Mufasa the Lion King a lot. Now, the last movie, it's not on this list for some reason. It came out in 2024, and yet it's a Wikipedia list, so I guess that's why. But I don't know why it was not on the list at all. It came out in 2024, and I gotta talk about this before it gets forgotten about. And I wouldn't say it's a great movie if it's I would say it's a great movie if it's told in order, but it's not. It's the movie called We Live in Time, starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. I don't know too much about her. But it's like a romantic movie. It's just basically showing their lives as a couple and stuff, and it jumps like back and forth. It's not like told in a non-linear order. It's told like in an out of order, kind of like films like Memento, where it's not told in linear order. It just jumps back to where mainly with them at a restaurant with their daughter, and then jumps into the scene where she gets cancer, and then jumps to another scene where she's given birth and stuff like that, and it's definitely really R-rated movie, so especially that pregnancy scene, so definitely I wouldn't show young people this, as young as 18. So, well, 18 and under 18 shouldn't see this. And the performance from Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, definitely flow great. They had good chemistry, and the ending, without giving it away, I thought was something different. I really was afraid the ending was going to be very depressing, that would rip your heart out and stuff like that, leaving you bawling your eyes out. I didn't think it was like that. It was a heartwarming scene, though, but the ending I felt like was pretty well executed. So yeah, that's just my opinion. So that's my thoughts on We Live in Time, and that's the movies I've seen in 2024. So let me know what you think of this list, and I know it's not a whole lot, but those are the movies I've seen in 2024, and I can't wait to see what 2025 has to offer. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and Happy New Year, everyone. Adios.